We're going to be working on butterfly guard. The first technique we're going to be working on is called the elevator sweep. We have about 4 or 5 in this series. So number one, I'm going to be working on my butterfly guard, so my 1 foot slightly forward. I'm going to get an underhook, and I'm going to grab his wrist or his elbow. You can also grab the wrist and pin it to his chest, which is the version I'm going to use right now. I'm here, my head is closest to the mat. I'm going to kind of scoot my hip to the side and fall on my left shoulder, use my bottom foot to elevate, and then from here, I can turn a knee cut to pass, or I can go straight into mount, and then from mount, we can work on many different attacks, right? So the first one is just elevator sweep. The second option from the butterfly guard is I go to sweep, but James does a good job of sitting his butt on his heels, so I can't sweep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up on my hand, fingers facing away, build up on my knee in a combat base. I'm going to bring my opposite knee across the hip. I can knee tap, or I can pull this arm across. So that's the option I'm going to use. I'm going to be aggressive with my underhook, and I'm going to turn, drop his hip, drop my knee on the mat, and then my hip is going to replace my knee. And from there, I'm going to cross face, and then slide right back, come on again, and again, work on my finishes. The third option, which by the way, I was with my coach Jeff, and this is one of the series that he worked on, so I'll give a little credit to him for this one. So when I get my butterfly guard, he goes sweep, he sits back. I'm going to shoulder clamp, so I lock my hands together. What I'm going to do is drop my elbow, I'm going to rotate down, I'm going to fall on my side. I'm keeping my butterfly hooks on the inside, and then I'm going to rotate so his arm gets high on my shoulder. From here, I'm going to turn the radial bone on the elbow, and then I'm going to think about slowly shrimping back, and then just clamping down, and then bending forward. That's number 3. Number 4 is when I go for the same arm lock. James doesn't like it, so he starts driving back into me, so I use my forearm, and I sweep him to the other side. Gordon Ryan, of course, makes that famous, right? And the last one we're working on is that when I go for this, right, and I go for my shoulder crunch, as I go for the arm, his arm pops out. So immediately, he's going to try to pull his arm back. So what I want to do before that happens, when his arm moves, I want to sit up and close this space. I'm going to move my hand and grab his wrist, thumb up, excuse me. From here, come on this side, Samantha. From what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my bottom leg and I'm going to kick it through to get a half butterfly hook. And then I'm going to move my butterfly hook. Now all I'm going to do is straighten my left arm out over here. And then I'm going to shrimp and start collapsing this hip right into the back and shoulder. And then I can work on my arms. So that's the series.